1 minute ago, Princess Leonor's arrival in Denmark stuns royal fans from Spain. A future queen belongs in her homeland. That is what everyone thought. Spain's Princess Leonor was expected to remain close to Madrid, tied to her crown, her people, her duty. But then, she appeared in Denmark. And with that single step across foreign soil, she stunned not only Spanish royal fans but the entire European stage. Why Denmark? Why now? And what does her arrival mean for the royal families of two nations whose destinies may soon intertwine? This is the moment that has left Europe breathless. The story begins with anticipation. Rumors had spread for weeks that Leonor, the heir to Spain's throne, would travel north for an official but discreet visit. The palace remained silent, offering no confirmations. Journalists speculated, fans debated, and still, no clarity. Then, without warning, the news broke. Leonor had landed in Denmark. And within minutes, photographs surfaced. The princess, radiant, composed, and walking through Copenhagen's airport with a quiet confidence that spoke louder than words. For Spanish fans, the shock was immediate. Their future queen, the heart of their monarchy, stepping onto Danish soil, not in secrecy but in unmistakable presence. Some cheered. Others worried. And all asked the same question: why? The answer lies in the ties between Spain and Denmark. For months, whispers of a bond between Princess Leonor and Denmark's Crown Prince Christian have grown louder. Glances exchanged at public events, shared smiles at private gatherings, and speculation from media across Europe have fueled the belief that this is no coincidence. Was her arrival simply diplomatic, or deeply personal? The first images fueled the fire. Leonor, dressed elegantly yet modestly, greeted officials with a poise far beyond her years. Cameras captured her warmth, her careful words, and the unmistakable chemistry when Prince Christian joined her side. In that moment, the story shifted. This was not just an official visit. This was a glimpse into a future that could change Europe's royal landscape forever. Spanish fans were torn. Pride swelled at seeing their princess received with honor abroad, yet unease lingered. Would Denmark claim too much of her time, her presence, her heart? Could Spain's future queen truly divide her loyalties between two nations? And so, the curiosity deepens. For Denmark, Leonor's arrival was nothing short of monumental. Their future king stood beside a woman destined to rule elsewhere. Two heirs to two thrones, together. It was not lost on anyone that such an image carried weight far beyond romance. It hinted at alliance. It whispered of unity. It stirred memories of Europe's royal past, when marriages wove crowns together and reshaped destinies. But the world has changed. Today, the choice is not about politics alone. It is about love, about personal sacrifice, about the delicate balance between public duty and private desire. And in Leonor's arrival, those threads intertwined before our eyes. Yet this trip was not without tension. Reports from inside Zarzuela Palace suggest that not everyone approved. Queen Letizia, protective and cautious, reportedly questioned the timing. King Felipe, though proud, weighed the diplomatic consequences. Could a single visit ignite speculation powerful enough to overshadow Leonor's official duties in Spain? Could it fuel rivalries within Europe's monarchies? The farewell scene in Madrid told its own story. Leonor, departing with her staff, was seen exchanging a long embrace with her sister, Infanta Sofia. For royal watchers, it was more than sisterly affection. It was symbolic, a reminder that every journey abroad carries the weight of separation, of sacrifice, of the unspoken costs of destiny. And then, Denmark. Crowds gathered outside palaces and hotels, desperate to catch a glimpse. Spanish flags waved alongside Danish ones, a symbol of hope that perhaps this was not just a fleeting visit but the beginning of something lasting. Some fans cheered for a royal romance that could unite two nations. Others whispered fears that Spain's princess might one day belong more to Denmark than to her own people. But Leonor herself seemed undisturbed. In every appearance, she balanced grace with strength, smiling when needed, standing firm when expected, and showing that she is not just a symbol but a leader in the making. Her presence carried an unspoken message: she knows the world is watching, and she is ready. Still, the questions remain. Was this trip a gesture of diplomacy, strengthening bonds between two royal houses? Or was it something more intimate, a step toward a future engagement that could shock Europe yet again? To answer that, we look at the events that followed. Leonor's itinerary in Denmark was filled with meaning. She attended cultural events, visited historic sites, and, most notably, shared public appearances with Prince Christian. Each smile, each glance, each subtle gesture was analyzed by experts and adored by fans. And the conclusion was clear: whether diplomatic or personal, this visit was extraordinary. Back in Spain, reactions poured in. Social media lit up with divided opinions. Some praised her courage, her maturity, her ability to carry Spain's crown into new territories of respect. Others expressed fear that the young princess was moving too quickly, risking scandal or distraction. Yet one truth united all: no one could ignore her. And that, perhaps, is the real story. In an age where monarchies must fight to remain relevant, Leonor has shown she can command attention, stir emotions, and make the world care. Her arrival in Denmark was not just a journey. It was a statement. But will it be remembered as the first step toward uniting two thrones, or simply as a chapter in her growth as Spain's future queen? Only time will tell. For now, the image remains. A young princess, stepping onto Danish soil. A future queen, embraced by two nations. And royal fans from Spain, stunned, emotional, and forever changed by a moment that lasted just 1 minute, but will echo in history for years to